and welcome to this new video. Today we're going to show you 3 different warm drinks. Actually drinks that you can enjoy cold or warm, your choice, but at the moment Mark and I are experiencing some quite grayish cold weather, so it's the perfect time to make these drinks. You're gonna see how they're just so creamy and super rich. These are gonna be some atypical mixes for 2 of them, and the last one, a most common one, but still with a kind of new touch to it. So let's dive into it. The first one we're going to make is using, I hope you still can see me, is going to be with some baked mango. So I've just taken one mango that was quite small and just like sliced the 2 halves that are like on each part of the pit. I've taken both parts that were on the sides and then I've just baked them in the oven at about 180 degrees Celsius, and they're really caramelized. As you can see, this is gonna give a super creamy texture. I'm using 2 unpitted dates. I have 1 teaspoon of hemp seeds, which are also awesome to create creaminess in your dishes. I have about 1 teaspoon of almond butter, a ½ teaspoon of maca powder, a pinch of cinnamon, like a ¼ teaspoon of cinnamon powder, and about 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. And finally, about a cup of oat milk. So without further ado, first let's pour the liquid. And then
oh no. Okay, no hemp seeds in the shake.
okay.
Great.
This was not planned. Okay, there are not that many on the ground. Mark noticed that I said unpitted dates, so no, please don't throw in the pit with it. I meant pitted dates. But you do whatever you want to do, especially if you have a vitamins, you can do anything with it. So now I'm carefully adding the rest of my ingredients without throwing everything on the floor. Let's get blending. That's right. Okay, so we're going to add another ½ cup because the texture right now is more like a compote, and obviously we want still a creamy drink, but we want it to be liquid. The texture right now is looking just like as I wanted it. I love the color, and now let's just heat everything and see how it turns out. So our drink has become super frothy and creamy. Actually, I think this one would make it for 2 small cups, so for 2 people. And at the end, just for the decoration, we're gonna add some turmeric.
Delicious turmeric.
Just try this. It's super appropriate for winter or autumn. When you've got a cold and you want to heal, just throw a bunch of turmeric in there, and it's very similar to a golden latte, which also involves some turmeric. It's got the great sweetness of the mango. Basically just perfect for any cold times. Alright, so now we are going to go for a super rich hot chocolate. First we are going to add in our 1 cup of oat milk. Normally you wouldn't need about half about a handful of hazelnuts, but since I only had a few left, I'm just gonna add them in, as well as 1 teaspoon of hazelnut butter. Also add in about a handful of walnuts, 1.5 teaspoon of cacao powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of maca powder. And finally 2 pitted dates, as well as 1 little dried apricot. Let's keep blending. As for each of our drinks, you can make them cold or warm. Know as well that if you mix them long enough, they will also warm up in your blender. Now this one is a bit warm, so I'm just going to try it like this. For the decoration, just dropping a little drizzle of hazelnut butter. Cheers! Okay, this one is so far definitely my favorite. It's got like a hint of mocha caramel flavor, super rich and enjoyable. Definitely my favorite so far. And the final drink is a sweet potato latte, cinnamon latte. So we're going to use, as per usual, 1 cup of oat milk. Here I have half of a baked potato, which is perfectly baked and caramelized. It's gonna give our sweetness to the drink. Ooh. Then about 1/2 teaspoon of maca powder and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Just 2 drops of this vanilla drops. At this moment you could also add some vanilla extract or vanilla powder. Let's get blended. This one smells like very autumn-like, just all the spices that you crave in autumn. It's like cinnamon rolls. And the color is also quite awesome, I must say. It's a bit more liquid though, so feel free to also just drop in a whole sweet potato, baked sweet potato. You might also put some carrots in there, just up to you. Very light, yeah, much lighter than the other one. The cinnamon is not overpowering at all. Very also refreshing, I assume, if you drink it cold. So that's the third and last drink. Alright, so that's it. You got here 3 wholesome drinks that you can enjoy cold as well as warm. Make sure to try them out, to pimp them up, to really create your own version, and tag us on social media, especially on Instagram, if you recreate these recipes, and we would love for you to leave us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!